Ah, yes, welcome into the sphere of the circle of trust. Wait. So I'm Werner Herzog doing Robert De Niro in Meet the Parents. Greg, you're now in the circle of trust. I'm going to bring you in. It's a very limited circle. Look at me. Greg, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
You don't think Jason Cat could use a toilet? What do you think of that? I was trying to do Klaus Kinski as Ben Stiller, but it wasn't.
Your dad is using a CIA mind control machine.
Very hard to do an impression of an actor who's being dubbed by another actor.
It's a real like Vincent D'Onofrio in Ed Wood being dubbed over by Maurice LaMarche for Orson Welles. This is PodCATS, the pod about cats. And coming and stepping now into the circle of trust is Vern Tooley.
Hello, PodCATS family.
PodCATS. Our fans, I've been thinking about it. What is the name of our fans? We're calling them our PodCATS, but like in a jazz way.
What if you just call them, what if you call your fans your litter?
Oh, my litter. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it.
Okay.
Hey, folks, write in, canwegethis@gmail.com. Let us know what you want to be called, and also write in any of your cat's facts, your cat's thoughts, anything that you would like read on the show, canwegethis@gmail.com.
If you have a cat.
If you have a cat, if you want to send that in the mail, I'll give you a P.O. box. Make sure to cut air holes in it. Coming into the studio, one of my great friends. You know him from the Puffin Publishing Podcast. You know him as the co-creator of Doom to You. You know him from the one day to be released, the day after the apocalypse, Pet Turtles. This is Vern Tooley, who I've already introduced. Now you get two.
Hello, hey everybody. Yes, it will probably bring about the apocalypse because it's a movie that's not supposed to happen. But you know what? I want it to happen. But yeah, hey everybody, how's it going?
Oh, welcome. The people, they're primed, they're ready, they're listening, and they want to hear about cats, Vern. This is what the people want.
Okay, so like everything with me, there's a preamble, and I want to state for the record, so like, and Kevin, you can probably relate to this, but like, I'm from a small town. I'm from originally Johnson City, Illinois. In 8th grade, I moved to West Frankfort, Illinois. Both towns that you have no right to have ever heard of. And Kevin, I don't know if this is true of your experience, but like, when you're in a small town, like, the arts do not exist.
Correct. There is a dividing line, and say you're a traveling painter, right? And you need to make a pit stop while traveling down the highway. You will find, if you get off in a small town, that your paints, your brushes, your canvas will have disappeared out of the back of your car. They have not been stolen. They have simply disappeared, and you're rooting around. You can't find it. You get your gas. You get your McDonald's cheeseburger. You get back on the road, heartbroken, and then mysteriously, as soon as you leave the town, they appear in the backseat.
Once you drive in any kind of like, and it doesn't have to be like a major metropolitan area. It can be like a Cape Girardeau instead of St. Louis,
15,000.
Yeah. A Paducah, Kentucky. It will pop back up, but like if you find yourself in Alto Pass, like your musicians, your anything you have is gone. It's
over, baby. For my Interstate 70 fans out there, it's the difference between a Warrenton, Missouri, and a Kingdom City, Missouri. That's all,
Kingdom City, Missouri.
That's where every bus stops to get Subway on the way to or from an event at a faraway campus. Every single time.
This I knew this was going to happen, where PodCATS is going to turn into our other show. But
we all knew it was coming.
But I really love it when you have like a small town that names itself something like Kingdom City or Future City, or like their roads are called like Harvard Boulevard or whatever, and it's like, God bless you, you're trying. Like, it warms my heart. It's the same as
Boulevard of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Blade Runner 2049 Boulevard.
It's the same as like your like little 5-year-old nephew putting on a like a Superman costume. You're like, oh, of course.
This is adorable.
You're so cute. You're strong. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Don't use your heat ray. Yeah. It's
like in Man of Steel when baby Clark Kent puts on a red towel and runs around the yard, and you're like, hey bud, who are you emulating? You're the red cape guy. Who are you pretending to be? You're Superman.
I never thought about that, but oh my god, are you right? Yeah, that's
wait, who are you pretending to be? It's like if baby Bruce Wayne started walking around with like a black mask and he's going like It's like, no, you're that guy.
But hey, man,
baby Vito Corleone in starts going like bah, bah, bah.
I mean, yeah, it established, like they say, Mama Corleone says, like, he doesn't even speak, and so maybe it's because he already had that, like,
Who's that, Vern? You would know this off the top of your head. Who's that old-ass guy he kills at the end? It's not Don Fanucci, that's the other one. Who's the, Barzini? No.
That, young Vito kills?
Yeah.
His name it's not Aldo Trapani, because that's one of the other... that's because Aldo Trapani is the protagonist of Godfather the video game. Don Chicho.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh
Don
my
Chicho.
god, that was going to bother me for the entire recording if you didn't conjure that, but I knew you could. I knew that if we paused any frame of Godfather 1 or 2 and I pointed to the background and I said, who is that guy? You'd be like, yes, that's Freddy Five Fucks, and he's known for only fucking 5 times.
Come on, Kevin, you don't know Willie Chi-Chi? Yeah, and I get what you're saying.
You don't.
I could talk. I know a lot more about The Godfather than I do Cats, but it's okay. We're making this happen.
Yeah. No, we're making. You came on. You requested to come on.
Yes.
Because you had a very particular Cats related item.
Yes.
That you wanted to share with the people.
Yeah. So, what I was saying with my preamble is like, I'm not. So I lived in a place for a lot of my life where the arts just didn't exist, and so like, a lot of the reason that like I'm such a movie nerd now is because like I discovered it. It's because like it's something that I had to seek out, and like because it was not around in my life, I could fall in love with it easily. And I'm not quite there with like theater, but I'm really close.
Oh, good for you, honestly.
I'm bad in that, like, any kind of like professional production of a thing I've seen is one of your touristy shows. So like, Spam a lot at the Schubert Theater in Chicago.
Spam a lot.
Book of Mormon.
Are you a Phantom guy? Have you seen Phantom?
I've not seen
That's
Phantom.
That's the big one.
I've not seen Phantom. I'm talking like real touristy, so like Book of Mormon not at the Fox. I almost said Kingdom Hearts. I want to see that musical. Lion King.
If you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby. I'm sorry.
But Sora, you have the Keyblade. You've got to be the one that unlocks the Heartness.
Wait. But if we do a Kingdom Hearts musical, that also means that we gotta give, like, Donald and Goofy some prime material.
Yeah.
Gorsh. All I can say is gorsh.
I'm really surprised, like, how much Disney loves money there hasn't been a Kingdom Hearts musical.
I would say they just don't want to share with Square. They really don't want to like split the bill on that one. They hate it.
Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, whenever I worked at Disney, and at my park that I worked at, there was one store that had exactly one Kingdom Hearts shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they had in stock. Yeah, so yeah, you're right.
They do not want to share. They don't want to share with the bear, which is what I'm calling Square.
Square Bear.
Yeah.
Bear Space.
Yeah, I bet if they could somehow organize that Square get 0% of the profits, that we would get a Kingdom Hearts musical tomorrow.
Yeah, that's accurate. Or a Kingdom Hearts movie, or yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I've seen like a lot of. I feel like I know more than the average bear about like theater and Broadway and everything, but anyone else could like completely like stump me. You know what I mean? Like
anyone with musical theater people.
Yes.
Could absolutely wipe the floor with you.
Yes.
But if we put you next to, say, your dad,
yes.
you would kick your own dad's ass.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Musical theater people would think I'm a hack, just a pure hack. But most folks would be like surprised that I can like recount the plot of The Music Man. You know, that's nothing.
76 trombones.
Yeah. And that's nothing to most people.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
I got you. But you would not maybe go as deep as like a fun home.
Exactly, yeah. I'm aware of it, but I can't tell you a lot about it.
It's a funeral home, but they call it the fun home.
Something I did not know about whenever I found out in production of Pet Turtles that was a thing, and it was too late at that point.
I did that. I think
yes,
I told
you did. Yes,
because I had just seen Fun Home.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Oh, but yeah. So like, the big stuff I've seen has all been like your touristy shows, your Spamalot's, your Avenue Q's, your Lion King, Book of Mormon. The only one that's like. So I feel like those are all like 101 musical theater productions.
For sure. And that's not to disparage those shows or people who love them. That is just, they are simply the basic shows.
Yeah,
and
those are your gateway drugs. The only thing outside, like I would say their 102 level would be and I'm going to get it wrong because numbers are hard for me. It's either 52nd Street or 42nd Street.
42nd.
Okay. I've seen that, and I've seen There's No Place Like Travel to Unravel. That one.
I don't know.
I always want to call it Anchors Away, but that's not the title of it.
Anything Goes?
Anything Goes. Yes, that's it. I've seen Anything Goes. There you go. That's a 102 for me.
Sure. They used to be 101, but now they are 102 as time has gone on. Decades have pushed them to a 102, where once they were a 101. And then you're getting to like 301 with like Showboat and shit. Like that's where you're really getting into like some stratospheric stuff here. Between there is maybe like South Pacific. Yeah, we're charting a good course here. Am I gonna have to make another fucking graph for this show? 'Cause I already made one graph for this show. Am I gonna fucking be up tonight photo editing? My girlfriend like, please go to sleep, and I'm like, no, I need to make a chart. I need to make a syllabus.
Because of Vern, I need to make a syllabus. You don't understand. Yeah. So I know a bit of that stuff, and all the 301 courses that you mentioned. If I've seen them, I've seen like a high school production of them
for sure.
So like, I've seen The King and I. I saw Frankfort Community High School's production of The King and I.
High school theater is the theater of the proletariat. It is the only way to cost effectively see like quality theater.
I've never thought of that, but yeah, you're totally right, because
it truly is like that, and the free seats at the upper stratosphere of the Muni in St. Louis. This is some real local. We're going real Missouri local on this one. But it truly is the theater of the masses, and it's the only time you can get certain people to go see the theater.
Yeah, the people that, like my dad, who would only go to a show if their daughter was in it.
Exactly. Yeah. I am aggressive
even
for
then,
high school
and even
theater
then, like
in every regard. Right. He would be there, but he'd be thinking about, I don't know, bolts. What does your dad think about?
Not about
screws.
It's certainly not about That's the second.
Ooh,
that's the second joke I've made about my dad owning a house on a talkback podcast. If you guys can find the first, write in Kevin, and I'll send you something.
Yeah, can we get this pod at gmail.com?
Yeah. So yeah, I've seen like the Benton High School production of Guys and Dolls, things like that.
For sure.
But the reason I wanted to talk on this show is amongst the productions of Broadway shows I've seen was a very special performance of Cats I saw at the St. Louis College of Pharmacy.
Now, this was not a cabaret. This is a full production of Cats.
Yes, done
top
by
to bottom, nose to nuts.
Yeah, done by pharmacy students. And
I guess I had never considered that, like, trade schools or doctoral programs might still have arts programs for fun. Like, not that anyone would be trying to, like, advance their own career. They would do it because it's fun. that pharmacy schools might have a chain link improv, and it might be just the worst fucking improv you've ever seen, but they're doing it because they like it and they make each other laugh.
Yes.
And that's really heartening to me. I'll tell you something that fucking will destroy you.
Okay.
So recently, a lawyer friend of Tina's stayed with us. He will go unnamed, but he shared that at his law school, and perhaps at law schools across the country, lawyers are now required to take a class called Life Skills for Lawyers because quote unquote too many of us kill ourselves.
Oh, I shouldn't have laughed. That was a bad reaction.
It is. I think it is funny. Like, it's horrible and dark. It is funny. And I got a buddy who's a lawyer, and I have yet to ask him about Life Skills for Lawyers and whether or not that is like a nationwide mandate by like the same people that do the bar exam about like too many lawyers are miserable. They fucking hate themselves and their empty souls. And so we teach you all how to journal. We teach you all the joy of cooking so that you don't just end it all. I'm sorry.
You hear a lot about the bar exam being very difficult to pass, and part of the reason is because, like, they're not allowed pens and pencils or any sharp objects. It's just... it's all verbal, the bar exam.
Yeah, you can only use scissors in the common area.
Yeah, it's...
God, most of this show has been about, like, fucking, like, the innate sexuality of cats, and I bring on Vern, and suddenly it's about horrible suicide.
We're covering all the vices on PodCATS.
Yeah, I want this to be an exploration of humanity, of the 7 deadly sins. This is really like we are going. Cats is about the core of the human nature. Well, it should have been called People.
They have 9 lives, so like you get to explore every type of life. You know, right. You can have a debaucherous one, and then after that, you're like, oh, maybe I should reel it back and live a safe life. You know, they get to explore all of humanity, every facet of it.
But yes, you saw the St. Louis College of Pharmacy production of Cats, and this is the only version of Cats that you've seen.
The only one I've seen. Prior to the St. Louis College of Pharmacy production of Cats I saw the St. Louis College of Pharmacy variety show. And
yes, this is a story that I've heard many times and will not get tired of, so please, go on.
Kevin, if you recall correctly, I made a quote that was St. Louis College of Pharmacy is where the arts go to die.
Correct.
And that's...
Correct.
That was perhaps me being a little bit mean, because I will say, like, there was some fun stuff there. There was some stuff that was enjoyable. Because, there's 2 kinds of people at the St. Louis College Pharmacy variety show. And I think this is the same for, like, a high school variety show. Mm-hmm. There's the people that do it because they have a hidden talent or they have, like, a secret, like, love of performing. And then there's the people that do it because they're like, their sorority commands it.
Right. They have no desire to do it. Their heart is not in it.
Yes. And so, like, when you see the folks that, like, want to do it, you can get some, like, really wonderful stuff that is, like, elevated by the fact that, like, no one else around them wants to do anything.
For
so,
sure.
Like,
and then you're like, oh, this future pharmacist has, like, a real love of juggling.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And is good at it.
Yeah, going way back, the lady, my friend Shaili Prasad, she got second place in the variety show for playing a song on ukulele. And then Shaili Prasad went on to play ukulele in the movie Hula, a short film by me. That was a fun little moment. There was a moment where the thing about the variety show, and it's the same as, like, Kevin, do you remember, like, when you first realized that you were funny? And so you started doing things, like, comedically, but you didn't really have, like, much of a worldview or an experience yet. So, like, all the bits you were doing were things that were, like, very close. Like, all your bits were like, ooh, this is older than the slide projector in Mrs. Brown's English class. You know what I mean? Like, all of your jokes are very related to one. And you get laughs because the audience knows what you're talking about, but you're not... This isn't material that would slay at the Apollo or anything.
You're getting jokes by recognition, but like my my talents would not be appreciated. My 5-minute chunk about Spirit Week would not play.
Yes. So there was a lot of like stuff like that. The girl who won third place. This is how long ago it was. Frozen had just came out on DVD.
Yo,
and there was
talking early 2014 here.
Yeah, there was this girl. I want to say her name was Bethany, but she did a parody of the song "Let It Go," called H2O. And
H2O, yes. H2O, hydrogen and oxygen.
A verse H2O, about the chemical makeup
H2O.
Of an H2O molecule. Hydrogen, not an H2O molecule, I'm sorry. 2 hydrogen molecules and an oxygen molecule.
Thank you!
My bad. This is why I don't go to St. Louis College of Pharmacy.
Why, you married someone who does.
Why I married someone who does, yeah. So there was that, and that was like... You know me, like, regardless of what the subject matter is, most likely I'll appreciate a song parody. Coming from someone who wrote a song parody about water themselves, I enjoyed.
Yes, Owen Wilson's Pure Hydration on the Puffin Publishing Podcast feed. Check it out.
So there was that, and that was cute, and there was, but there was also, like, so many, like an American Idol sketch where all the contestants were playing the teachers at the school.
Oh, boy.
Stuff like that, just, like...
Does not play.
Yeah, lots of jokes about, like, how to properly, like, hold a beaker. You know, like... and it was done in a way like, as you know, I'm really big into like waves of comedic jokes where it's like not funny and then not funny and then funny again.
For sure.
That's all I do comedically.
For sure.
And but unfortunately for the St. Louis College of Pharmacy variety show, like it only got to the second. It's not funny. It never got back to the second. It is funny again.
Damn, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah,
that's devastating.
Unfortunately for all these folks that performed in the variety show, the thing that I take away most from it is not once but twice during the variety show we had to evacuate because someone leaned on the fire door.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that's the greatest running joke of the whole night.
It was a fun little moment, and the they flew in a comedian, and I cannot think of his name at the top of my head, and I'm very sorry. But no, there was a comedian there. With some research, you can find him. He hosted. You wouldn't think he would host a St. Louis College of Pharmacy variety show, but
was he too good?
But we all like money. He was too good. I will give him.
Hey, we all got to pay the rent.
He was too good, but he hosts, and I don't know if it still exists, but at the time, he hosted a podcast about wrestling on the Nerdist Network.
Who knows if Nerdist exists anymore?
Speaking of horrible comedians, not this guy. This guy was great. This guy was great. But I remember after the second evacuation, when we came back in, the host, this poor guy, had no idea what to do, because, like, where is this show? It's been evacuated twice. He arrived on stage before the sound person had, so he had no microphone, no anything, and he was on stage in front of, like, tons of just, like, very saucy pharmacy students who were upset that this is going so long and that they had to leave twice. Yeah. Just a lot of underslept, overstudied pharmacy students. And I remember at one point, this woman behind me, very upset with the comedian that he wasn't, like, moving the show along. He had no microphone and he had, like, no sound. She's like, just shout! It's like, yes.
Yell louder!
Just this man who relies on his voice for a living is going to kill his voice in front of College of Pharmacy students in St. Louis, Missouri. Yes. Of course. It was a fun night. Not at the time, but afterwards it was a fun night. Also, one of my wife, Nicole, was the pharmacy student I was dating at the time, now married to.
Your ex-girlfriend.
My ex-girlfriend. She has a friend who does not like me at all, and I'm not a big fan of either. And even though this show is open to the public, she definitely sent Nicole a text message as soon as I arrived that said, "What is he doing here?"
Wow.
And I know she'll never listen to this. I know that no one from St. Louis College of Pharmacy will listen to this, but I want to get it out there that I know this happened. Your fingers are not as sneaky as you think they are. But anyway, that set the stage for the production of Cats. Having gone to the variety show,
yes.
I thought I had a pretty good idea of what to expect. And that was not a lot. And no mark against the people that were in it. I have some very good friends of mine that were in this production of Cats. They all did a bang-up job. But it's a college of pharmacy, and so they're not going to invest very much in their play about cats. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. It's a ramshackle production.
Yeah.
They bought the little cat headbands that, all the anime girls at your school wore.
Yes.
Like, they really, like, it's held together by scotch tape, not duct tape.
Everyone who was in it did a wonderful job, but, like, the production itself was not was not even, there was, I hate saying it, but there were high school productions I saw that were better in terms of production quality.
Yeah. Well, a theater production at the high school, at the St. Louis College of Pharmacy, might as well be a high school production. For like the amount, it's not like a college production where you're like, wow, they have like a real set. This might as well be a high school production. And Cats, unfortunately, is a show that relies really heavily on spectacle, on being taken away by the incredible costumes, that use like endless amounts of like interesting material and design to like get across the personality of these cats. You're taken away by like the set that is behind them, this like perspective world. Like it is not Les Mis where you are drawn in by the drama, by the characters, by the rich text of Victor Hugo. This is as much of a popcorn spectacle as Broadway tends to get. And if you take away the spectacle, you are just left with the innate talent of the St. Louis College of Pharmacy.
Yeah, precise. I could not have said it any better. I will say the costumes were not bad. The costumes were pretty okay. They were at best they were like a really bad cosplay of a Cats character.
Sure.
At worst, they were a really good Halloween costume of a Cats character.
Gotcha. Put it next to your high school's, your elementary school's Dr. Seuss Day, where someone came in dressed as the Cat in the Hat. Like, where does it rank vis-a-vis that? If you didn't have that, I'm sorry.
We definitely had that. The costume was better, the makeup, I would say next to the Cat in the Hat costume, if the Cat in the Hat costume is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, if it's like a 5, I want to say Cats was a 6.
Okay.
College of Pharmacy Cats. Cats of Pharmacy.
College of Pharmacy Cats of Pharmacy is the next just a tick up.
Yeah, because
slightly better put together. It's not just your teacher putting it on in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was
classes.
The cat suits were like jumpsuits. They weren't like something that you zip yourself up into.
Gotcha.
So like they had that kind of like the only form-fitting kind of like it looked like their bodies and not just like a black trash bag on them.
For sure.
Yeah. So the costumes were totally fine, totally acceptable. The rest, so the set was literally just like white lifts. Just like white platforms.
Like scaffolding?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like...
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not what you have, it's what you make out of it. There are productions of Rent that don't use much more than that.
Well, I know,
you know what I mean?
Like, the way Godspell is written, like, you could do it in a McDonald's or something.
Now that I would like to see.
You could do Godspell on, like, any budget. But, yeah, this Cats was just, like... real obscure reference. Kevin, do you remember the Matt Gorley Volkswagen commercials where he's just in a white void?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do remember that.
Let's branch out a little. The Justin Long and John Hodgman I Met.
Yes, classic. White void, just two guys. We're selling our product based on the comedic repartee between Justin Long and John Hodgman.
Yes. That's about where we were as far as the set design of Cats goes.
Roger.
Just white floor, like white risers and a white curtain. Mm-hmm. And then the big thing about, a musical is the music. Yes. There's two problems here. The problems with the College of Pharmacy Cats.
I'm guessing we don't have a full orchestra.
No, we have a piano.
Okay, again, if we're comparing this to high schools, mm-hmm. I have seen high schools make that work before. It's just your choir teacher is on the piano, and you make it work.
It was just kind of I don't want to say jarring, but I was surprised by it because my high school productions of musicals, if you were in the band and didn't want to you could play in the show for extra credit.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty standard.
Yeah, so all the high school productions I saw would have horns. It'd be a small pit, but there would be horns, there would be a xylophone. There would be more than just one instrument. This was the first production of anything I saw where there was just the one instrument. And then, like, because it is a college of pharmacy and this is their lecture hall where they, like, teach their big classes.
It's made for PowerPoint, not for cats.
Yeah, so, like, the acoustics were no good. It sounded like your friend is singing in the other room while your friend is playing piano in the room you're in.
Yeah, no, that's common. You know, they can't out-sing the piano.
Exactly.
Because the piano can always hit that note at the same volume.
Yeah, and also, like, they had the, what people in the theater community refer to as the Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2 problem, where they were not confident enough to project their voice.
Yeah.
So it was...
People commonly refer to... Musical theater scholars are always going back to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, and they, you know, and when they're teaching usher classes, they show the scene with Bruce Campbell, where he's like, "No, the theater doors are closed." Apparently, we all know what you're talking about.
Apparently, that was supposed to set up Bruce Campbell being Mysterio in Part 4.
Is that really?
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. That's supposed to.
That would have been dope. I don't know if there's any substantiated evidence to support that, because he is in all of those movies as a different character.
This is true.
Including in Spider-Man 3, a snooty French waiter. We have this stinky doo-doo platter. Zach Orth in They Came Together. But I get what you're... That would have, you know what? I would have been for it. As much as I liked Jake Gyllenhaal's hunky rendition of Mysterio, I think Bruce Campbell would have done some really amazing things with that.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, I'm one of the people that think that, like, every role ever put to screen would be better if Bruce Campbell was playing in that role. That's just how I am.
I gotta say, it's at least above 50%. You know, like, I wouldn't say 100, because I would, you know, I don't want him in Heat. But
I don't know. I don't know.
If you want Bruce Campbell saying, like, "She had a great ass!" Don't waste my motherfucking time!
This is really unrelated, because this is our other show. But Kevin, I recently watched Scarface for the first time. You saying
for the first time, the 80s Scarface,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Not the
1936
James Cagney.
Yes, yeah. But I watched Scarface for the first time the other day, and you bringing up Heat with Al Pacino reminded me of this. Everyone's Al Pacino impersonation is like, "Say hello to my little friend," or, you know, like that cockroach or whatever. And they're all wrong. And so, putting it to the record right now, and we'll get back to Cats at some point, but putting for the record now, this is the definitive Al Pacino in Scarface impersonation. In order for me to do it, I'm going to need your help, Kevin.
Sure. Now, how close are we adhering to Dana Carvey and the Master of Disguise doing a Scarface impression?
We're not adhering to that at all, because that one's wrong as well.
Okay.
This is how, if you really want to do a tried and true Al Pacino and Scarface impersonation, how he is in that movie, this is how you do it. Kevin, I need your assistance. Tell me a story and just leave some spaces between sentences.
Okay. Sure. So I was walking down the street just the other day.
Walking down the street.
And I saw a nice dog, I was happy to say.
Dog. You saw a dog. You saw a dog.
I went to get some groceries.
Groceries, huh? You got groceries, huh? That's essentially what he does. He just mutters whatever someone said in front of him. He mutters that back, and then he says his line. It was a lot funnier in practice than it was on recording, but
you know what? People that saw Scarface are lighting up right now.
Yeah, yes.
So Al Pacino, as an actor, is sort of borrowing Peter Serafinowicz's Michael Caine impression.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just
you need to always, you know, you got to remind the audience that you're in the shot, so you got to wander into the background of the other actor's shot.
He's
That
taking
joke was for
he's
three people.
He's taking Peter Serafinowicz impersonation of Michael Caine and not Peter Serafinowicz impersonation of Al Pacino.
Nope.
Which is from
he saw the Michael Caine one. He didn't keep watching on the playlist. You know, he didn't see the Kevin Spacey one. It's fine. Thank goodness he didn't see the Kevin Spacey.
And and I guess Peter Serafinowicz knew something we didn't know for a long time because he nailed that.
It is okay. We'll get back to Cats. Peter Serafinowicz's Kevin Spacey impression is the number one greatest impression I have ever witnessed.
Absolutely.
It is the absolute... It is impeccable. Because there are impressions that I love by, like, Bill Hader and Dana Carvey and stuff like that. But they really are, like... They're doing a voice. They're taking on the essence of the person, but turning it into, like, a new character.
They're doing a caricature.
Peter Serafinowicz as Kevin Spacey, honest to God, I close my eyes, I do not know who it is. It is incredible. It is unbelievable how good that impression is. Everyone, go on YouTube right the fuck now and just look up Peter Serafinowicz, Kevin Spacey, and can we get this pod at gmail.com? Please.
I remember you seeing that for the first time, and it was
melted.
It's
the greatest impression. Cats. Pharmacy School Cats.
Yes, okay, Pharmacy School Cats. So it was...
Do you remember anything? Because we have a general description of the production. Do you remember any particular I know that this was a long time ago.
Okay, so I remember a handful of things. One last thing about the production. I guess that whoever drew up the program did not know how casts work, and how crediting works, because the entire cast was in there in alphabetical order. And that was you know what I mean? It wasn't
that's interesting.
There was
no negotiation for top billing in the program.
Yeah, whoever.
Did they all have did they at least get their blurb? Did they get their paragraph?
No blurb.
It was just listed in alphabetical order, no assigned part or anything like that.
And I thought there was a friend of mine that we went to go see in the show, and I thought and this friend of ours hasn't done a lot of acting, but I was like, wow, I get whenever I saw the program, I was like, she's got a hidden talent. She's third billed on this.
My friend Carly Carnassus is really high billed in this,
and that's when I realized oh wait, her last name begins with the letter C. That's why she's third billed. She still did an incredible job, but I realized after looking at it, I was like, oh wait, this is alphabetical order. This is not in order of speaking role or, whatever it might be. So I'm not, prior to, I want to say 10 years ago, I thought Cats was a joke show. I didn't think it was a real show.
So you subscribe to the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt model that Cats is just something they are making up every time that they perform. That there is not a script. They are just making shit up. It's not a real play.
Not even that. I thought it was how 80% of Looney Tunes cartoons are jokes that you've seen in other Looney Tunes cartoons.
100%, yes.
I thought it was that. I thought Cats was just that was that was a joke show. I thought
it was a Wile E. Coyote of a show.
Yes.
Where even though there are some variances, it's literally the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I thought it was, it purely existed as a punchline and not as an actual production.
Cats, painting train tunnels.
Yeah, the first exposure I ever had to Cats was the Conan O'Brien, Late Night with Conan O'Brien bit where he's wearing a Cats shirt and the cat ears and holding a program crying. I thought that was oh, it's funny because it's a fake musical. And it wasn't until some time after that, whenever remember commercials for VHS tapes that you could order via the mail?
Indeed.
The Dean Martin celebrity roast tapes and everything. I saw one of those for Cats. And then I learned, oh, it's a real thing. Okay. It's not a joke show.
Yeah, it is the I assume it's the one VHS tape that everybody had with the big black box and stuff like that. Yeah,
yes, yeah. One of those commercials where, like, it's a blue background with a yellow phone number, 1-800-4-CATS.
Call today.
Yeah.
A Time Life Cats. Yeah. I'm witches.
So it was really cool kind of, like, seeing it, knowing that it was, like, oh, it's a real thing. The thing I remember, like, most vividly is the opening number was Jellicle Cats.
Jellicle Cats and Jellicle Cats. Jellicle songs for Jellicle Cats.
Yes. And I'm listening to it, I'm just taking everything in, and at one point they stop the song and they go, "Wait, we know what you're asking. What's a Jellicle Cat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would like to know what that is." And then, unless I'm mistaken, they never explain what a Jellicle Cat is.
Yeah. There's like 3 minutes of whispering where they're like, "Well, of course, we all know that cats have 3 names. The names that you give the..."
Okay, I recall this now.
It's horrifying. It's truly unnerving in a very, like, Lynchian way. It's really upsetting, whether or not it was intended to be. It's horribly upsetting. Which is my thesis about Lynch, is that he is trying to make commercial entertainment and just can't.
And just failing miserably.
Like when you listen to Paul Thomas Anderson talk about Punch Drunk Love, and he was like, "This is me trying to make like an old-fashioned rom-com. This is me trying to make
buddy.
a Busby Berkeley like musical." And I'm like, "My dude, you have like a mattress store owner / porn sex line provocateur like come and try to murder Adam Sandler, and it's not funny." You use Shelley Duvall's song from the Popeye movie as like your romantic theme. We are constantly interrupted by like bright glowing lights with no sound. My guy, it's you like, fucked up.
Like, oh, you mean you want to do a movie like that, but you've never seen a movie like that?
Like, Paul Thomas Anderson was trying to make Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore, and he made Punch Drunk Love. My dude.
I mean, I'm happy he made it, because Punch Drunk Love is incredible.
It's a masterwork.
But
like, he fucked up in his intent.
It is if we're looking at it through that lens, it is a failure as a movie.
Like, he was trying to make The Wedding Singer. with Adam, like, that was the vibe he was going for.
Now, I had heard that he was trying to do, like, a parody of Adam Sandler movies, and through that lens, it kind of works. Because in an Adam Sandler movie, like, he would lash out and, like, break a window, and everyone would, like, play it up for comedic effect. But in this one, like, he lashes out, breaks a window, and, like, someone tries to get him help. Like...
It's like Robert Smigel, like, tries to... I think it's Robert Smigel, if I remember correctly. Yeah, who's like, "Buddy, we need to get you some help," It's like they made Anger Management, but played it, like, 100% straight, and it's not funny at all. But he was trying to make The Waterboy or something. Like, that's
what I heard. And under that guise, it works. But if you're trying to make, as you said, Fever Pitch, if you're trying to make something like accepted,
like he's like, trying to make music and lyrics.
Yeah, go back to the well, man. Try again.
Try again, because you made a masterpiece, but it sounds like accidentally.
Yeah, this is. We accidentally were looking at the wrong recipe, but somehow we made a really wonderful cake.
Yeah. Jesus.
As I said, like, the acoustics were not great, and so, like, I was hearing, like, every third word, but, like, is Cats...
Yeah.
There's Old Cat, right?
There are several old cats.
Okay, but there's like there's one old cat who like had like someone who like took really good care of it and then like threw it out on the street or something.
Yeah.
And then like, does the cat literally get on a spaceship or do they die?
Boy, Vern, you are asking the questions that humanity has tried to answer since Cats came out in 1989.
Okay.
Like, you are literally asking the fundamental questions that we have all been trying to figure out. You know, like the end of Taxi Driver, where you're like, how much of this is a dream? How much of the is this his paranoid fantasies? Are we is he really being held up? Like, what is going on? Like, where are we actually sitting here? You know what I mean? Like, one of those movie endings that we've always been trying to unravel. You know, what did X mean in this Coen Brothers movie? You know, whatever. Like, these are the questions.
Okay, I didn't realize it was one of those, like...
It is long debated, because Cats is a sing-through. Like, there's never spoken dialogue in Cats. Which I think the movie is changing. I think they're adding spoken dialogue, which is bold. I think to probably explain what the fuck is going on. Because it's like, it is a list of cats. Like, every song is here is a different cat's thing.
That's what the original T.S. Eliot thing was, wasn't it?
Right. It's just a bunch of poems, and it's like, this is a poem about this cat, and he does this. And it's like, very silly and whimsical and cutesy. Like, it's all, you know, those are not disparaging words. That is literally what it is.
Gotcha.
And then they took that and translated, and through the magic of cocaine, translated it into a full-on musical. And we have all sat around and gone, okay, what exactly is happening? The idea is that one of these cats gets to ascend, gets to whether it's death or whether it's some kind of promotion, they've proven themselves. We look
at your numbers, and
we really like what you did in Q4.
You're the best. You're the best cat in the district. So we want to offer you.
Congratulations! We want to be regional cat manager.
We would like you. Here's your office. It's a trash can lid.
You get your own franchise. You know, where you get to use the corporate washroom. You get to use the executive dining suite.
And the corporate washroom is just them licking themselves.
Yeah. But in a special room. But you get, so these are the questions, right? And you can, like, look at a Wikipedia summary and you're like, I guess this is what happens?
Now, isn't it a thing where, because I try to, like, read up on everything after I see it. Isn't it a thing where, like, depending on, like, what production of Cats you see, there's different songs and different cats in it?
Is Cats Clue the movie? That's where, depending on what theater you go to, it has a different ending. I don't think so, Vern.
I feel like I recall reading a thing, like, there's different versions of Cats the musical that you can do with different cats in it. Different songs.
Both sound like the original cast recording, the London soundtrack, they have the same track list. I like that. Okay. Now we gotta get to the bottom of Nancy Drew. We gonna open up the old laptop here. We're gonna tippity tap it away. So you're saying that by your understanding, this is a Clue the movie situation.
Maybe not Clue in terms of, like, plot.
How do I even Google this? And this will just go to Wikipedia.
Not Clue in terms of, like, plot ends, but, like, if you see it in, like, and I can't remember names, but, like, if you see this production of Cats here, it's Mr. Mistopheles, but if you see it in this production of Cats, it's Tinkerbell or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's, like, different names.
Are you talking about just, like, maybe a language translation?
No, I'm talking, like, you can see it in 2 different American cities, and you'd see 2 different set of cats.
I don't think that's true.
I could be wrong. But
I think that's wrong.
It's been a long time. Been a long time, so I could be wrong. This is circa 2015. But I feel like I recall reading that. I don't know though.
I'm looking at like the musical number list on Wikipedia. I'm looking all over, man, and I'm not like I'm checking the cast list here, and Wikipedia only has one version of each name. Like It's not like McCavity, also known as Busk Whiskers or whatever the fuck. Cats all have insane names. I might be like,
because our brains are unreliable narrators, I might be like,
for sure,
cross-sectioning it with a different thing I read. But like, I remember like whenever I heard they're making a Cats movie, I remember like thinking like, which cats are they going to use?
All of the cats.
So I know it's going to do a thing that all musicals that get turned into movies do, where they add a new song purely to try to get the best original song Oscar.
Yeah, that's undeniably going to happen.
Do we know if they're adding like new cats, or if it's just like apart from the new song? This is I guess you said there's dialogue now too.
I believe like there is spoken lines of dialogue in that trailer, which per Cats the show would not be the case.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if this is one of those, because like Andrew Lloyd Webber, the music and lyrics, had an incredible amount of control over that really bad 2004 Phantom of the Opera movie. Like, he got pick of the cast and somehow chose Gerard Butler. He got pick of the director and chose Joel Schumacher. Choices were made.
Hey, Joel Schumacher wrote The Wiz, and that's a fun little music.
I'm not. Joel Schumacher has a very solid career outside of the 2 movies that like Angry Nerd Boys know him for.
They're comic books, not drama books.
But also, both of those movies are better than they get credit for. Like, they're very fun. They're really, like, watchable. Like, they don't take Batman with the utmost seriousness. But, like, Batman and Robin is a good fucking time. And I will watch that movie anytime.
They do a thing that nowhere near enough movies do in any time period. And that is, they have fun with the lighting setups. Like,
it's really like cool, crazy, like avant-garde, colorful lighting. I think Uma and Arnold both definitely know like what movie they're in, so they're a tremendous amount of fun. I would rather watch Batman and Robin than either of the Tim Burton ones, than, I think rather than the Nolan ones, certainly more than the Snyder ones. I would like the only Batman movie
I'd rather watch my parents get murdered in an alley than watch the Zack Snyder Batman.
I would rather watch footage of my own ass shitting than watch Justice League again. But like, the only Batman movie I like more than Batman and Robin is the Adam West one, which is just one of our great 60s comedies. I will stand by this. Okay, listeners, about this whole Cats thing, can we get this pod at gmail.com if you know anything about this? Like, cats having different names, because of course, as we all know from Cats the Musical, cats have 3 different names. They're ancient names that only they know, and the names that we give them, and of course they all have titles, like Gus the Theater Cat. Please, if you know anything, write in, because now a puzzle box has been opened, and I aim to close it.
Put up a poll. Whenever you post this, it's like,
is Vern a dummy?
Is Vern a dumb asshole? Yes or no? And I want to see that.
Now, Vern, I have one last question about the St. Louis College of Pharmacy's production of Cats.
Yes.
Cats more so than any musical this side of a chorus line, I think is number 2 or number 1 in the musical most reliant on the dance ability of its stars.
Yes.
Like, truly, like, you can get away with My Fair Lady without anybody being a good dancer. You can get away with a production of Thoroughly Modern Millie or The Lion King without people being, like, true out-and-out dance stars.
Mm-hmm.
Cats is so reliant on the movement of the incredible agility and balletic capability of its stars. And basically, I'm setting you up to tell me whether or not these people sucked at these pharmacists were adept dancers.
I will say this. There was, like any musical, there's, like, your main cast, and there's, like, the chorus, or what have you. The main cast, from my recollection, and I could be wrong, the main cast didn't do a lot of, like, they just did a lot of, like, standing in place and singing. Sure. Or, like, walking across the stage and singing. But the chorus, they did dance, but their dancing was like Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
A lot of sliding across the
sliding
floor.
And, like, rolling and, like, yeah, it was. I remember distinctly being uncomfortable at, like, the tightness of the jumpsuits and the degree of rolling around that was happening. If that makes any sense whatsoever. There was just a lot of just, like, I don't know how I should feel about this, and I don't think I like it.
How aroused should I be?
Yeah, it was a thing where it was like, imagine, like, we'll go the opposite end of the spectrum here. Like, Shakira dancing, but she's wearing a Grimace costume. It's like, there's one thing about this that I would be really into, but there's another thing about this that completely shuts that down and overpowers it.
Yeah, there's Shakira getting in the way of all this Grimace.
Exactly. And getting away with my burgers. It was like that. It was just like, and I'm not saying it's like, yeah, send out the girls. I'm not Don DeMello.
Send in the girls.
It was just a thing that's like, I'm not one of those people that's like, man, furries are whack. I don't like furries. Because do whatever you want to do, man. It's fine.
It doesn't hurt nobody.
It don't hurt nobody. But it's just like, if they were just wearing, like, Green Man Lycra jumpsuits, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't, like,
yeah.
There's just something about, like, skin tight that just, like, makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like, please don't get it in your brains that I went to a St. Louis College of Pharmacy production of Cats the Musical expecting to get my rocks off. But, I'm not... That wasn't the thing I had planned at all, but it was just like... I don't know, there's just a weird thing that happens to the human brain when you see, like, people in skin-tight cat suits, like, rolling around on the ground and going, like... just like...
Listen, it's completely animal and carnal, and there is nothing that you can do about it. It's truly, and, like, you didn't go there for a Rumple teaser, but you got one.
It didn't grizzle my Bella. I don't know. I didn't.
What you wanted was a Rum Tum Tug.
Yeah, we both saw that opening. We were both like, we both.
How do I get it? How do I get it?
We're both fighting to get into the elevator, just trying to get that joke.
Even though we'll both fit, but we got there. We got there.
Yeah.
I get it. Listen, man, it's part of Cats, and, like, I think that we're looking at an animated Robin Hood scenario here, where Cats is going to be an awakening point for a lot of dormant furries, because you've got, like, Taylor Swift's face on a cat's body, but the cat has, like, substantial human breasts.
Yeah,
and no clothes. We're there.
There's one part of it that, like, because I had to see the trailer. There's, like, one part of it that was just, like, the one that, like, it didn't awaken anything, but it definitely, like, there was a meme on the internet, which is, like, I have the most confusing boner right now.
For sure. I have the weirdest boner.
That's it.
That's from, like, Community.
Oh, okay, I did not realize that.
Yep.
But there's just, like, there's this one part of that trailer where, like, Rebel Wilson has got her legs just completely wide open. I And
know.
and like, her cat fur, like, the undercoat is the same color as, like, the top coat, almost.
Yeah.
And she just, like, looks nude, but with no definition, and it's just, like...
she's, like, fallen over.
Yeah.
And Idris Elba, one of the sexiest humans to have ever been, is playing, like, a dark, mysterious, brooding cat man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
And I think all of humanity is going to take its individual turn to jerk off to one of these cats. Like, we're all going to do it at some point.
It's one of the, it's like no one wants to admit it, but we all are going, it's going to be a thing that happens.
We're all going to take our spin at the roulette wheel, and you can pick your cat, but, like, it is going to happen.
I feel like I'm in the minority, and I'm okay with that. But I don't mind Tom Hooper's Les Miserables.
I think it gets a worse rap than it deserves. I think it's pretty effective. There are some pretty core problems, but I think a lot of the movie does overcome them, and a lot of that is the strength of Les Mis as a show, like, as an institution. Like, you can only fuck up that show so much.
But maybe just, like, one of Tom Hooper's... I always want to call him Toby Hooper, and that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it's very different. Now, Toby Hooper's Cats is a movie that I
watched that so hard.
Holy shit.
But, it's... talent is very attractive, right?
For sure.
And passion is very attractive. Like, you could see, like... There's been just people in my life that I've never thought, like, and had any kind of attraction to, and then, like, they show me, like, some, like, a painting that they did, and I'm like, hey, you know what? You know, like, it's an attractive thing. And, like, in Les Miserables, like, one of just this, like, the most, like, stunning, breathtaking renditions of a song ever is Anne Hathaway doing I Dreamed a Dream. And it's so just, like, because, like, you come out of, like, oh, my God, Anne Hathaway. But, like, you're watching a woman, like, getting ready to kill herself, and her head shaved, and, like...
Yeah, she's been horribly brutalized, and put into prostitution.
Yeah, and getting her baby, you know, just, like, taken away. And so, like, Tom Hooper is on this, like, we didn't realize it, but he started this, like, trend of just, like, really asking, like, making you ask, like, questions, like, about, like, what you're into, and, like,
what's wrong with my dick?
Yeah. And, you know, and I'm not, like, once again, I'm not saying, like, when Anne Hathaway is having a breakdown, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's, but it's just, like, she's so good at that you come out of that movie just like, oh man, Anne Hathaway. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just,
no, I get it.
And so, like, you put Taylor Swift in this, like, cat, I don't know, it's just...
And, like, listen,
it's uncomfortable.
We all have opinions about Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot deny her talent. You cannot deny her power as, like, a public figure. And, like, listen, she is a talented, very attractive woman with an incredible amount of power.
Mm-hmm.
I am only so strong as a man. It's just the situation. It's just like, and we're all gonna, like, you know, in if the world still exists 10 years from now, we're all gonna finally be ready to talk about which cat we've touched ourselves to, because we all did it. Like, And there's all kinds of cats that I haven't even seen in that trailer that I know are gonna like really hit some stuff for some people. You know what I mean? Like
I went to Catholic school, and I went to Catholic, like private school from kindergarten to 8th grade. And I remember, like, we had, like, a religion course where we had to learn about, like, God and everything every year. And I remember they told us that, like, when the day of judgment comes, whenever Jesus Christ returns, we're going to, like, go... And this is the terminology that my teacher used in 2nd grade, and it stuck with me forever, but, like, everyone goes to this giant movie theater where everyone's sins is played out in front of a screen for us to all see. And I remember, like,
oh boy,
I remember, like, being horrified by that, and it stuck with me. And at a certain point in my life, I started thinking, like, you know what? Like, at a certain point, it's not going to be shocking anymore.
Right.
At a certain point, you're just like, oh yeah, that dude, smash his head with a brick and then, like, jerk,
yeah.
At a certain point, it's not going to be shocking anymore. But maybe the thing that's going to reel us all back in, if this scenario is true, is just like the post-credit sequence on all of our sins is going to be all of us jerking off to one of the cats, and that's going to be like, oh shit, yeah, this is not good. Like that's going to be. Like, that's what's going to keep a stick tune for, like, judgment. Like,
yeah, and, like, listen, condemn me to hell, do whatever you feel is right. It is gonna happen. I am not backing down from this. We're all gonna do it as a community, as a people, as a species. We're all gonna do it. And it's about time we stop being ashamed of it. It's about time we all acknowledged it, and we can rally together behind it. 'Cause we're all gonna do it. And that is the thesis that I want people to walk away with from this episode of PodCATS.
We all joke about cats, but we all know we're only joking to hide that, like, Idris Elba in that. That was...
Judi Dench is a cat. Like, I'm not,
Yeah,
for a woman of a certain age, like, and there's, like, we're being, like, there's... Do you know when you go see the ballet and you see a dance performance of any kind and it's just people in, like, skin-tight black clothing,
mm-hmm.
and they're moving their bodies in ways that just fascinate your mind and boggle the senses, and it's gonna be that, but they're gonna have tails, and it's gonna be the same thing. It's just what we're all... It's the future, baby!
I really hope that when we all go to see, like, they redid Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah, we haven't seen that redesign. Gimme!
It got pushed back again. Apparently the redesign is done, but the release date got pushed back again.
It's not going to be in Feb anymore?
Nah, it's further back in 2020. But I'm really hoping, like, Disney and Tom Hooper has seen, like, the reaction to Cats, and they're like, alright, let's just retool this. And that what happens on Christmas Day when we all go to the theater to watch Cats, it's just that episode of Game Grumps where Dan realizes he's a furry, and we can all just kind of collect, like, that's...
Yeah. It's wolf job, baby.
Yeah.
It's
all that.
Now, Vern.
What's up?
After all this, you said you had something you wanted to promote. You want people to walk away from this episode and keep listening to you.
I don't know why. Yeah, this is probably a bad time to plug.
This is a career killer, baby.
This is a career killer. But hey, you know what? If you're proud of the fact that, yeah, you know what? One of the cats might have done something for you. Even if you don't know, but you know that... Even if you don't know what it did, something happened. And you're like, you know what?
Something happened.
I like this guy. I got something to plug, and it's not the thing everyone wants me to plug. That will come at some point, I promise you. But if any of you haven't, you should follow me on Instagram, @Varnio. I've been doing a terrible joke in my Instagram stories every day for a year, since November 8th. and we're coming up on another. We're coming up on the end of the year, and I got some big kind of fun, exciting stuff planned for that.
For them jokes.
I got a cool thing happening in September, and I've got some cool stuff happening on that. And if you're into terrible jokes once a day, and for whatever reason, like reviews of movie theaters and things like that, follow me on Instagram at Varnyo, Varnyo.
You should do it. Them jokes, they're silly. It put a little bright spot in your day. They're just silly.
Out of all of them I've done since November 8th, there's 3 or 4 of them that are pretty good. But I'm doing the thing that a lot of people do when they realize like they're running out of material, and let's just turn it into a spectacle, and that's going to happen. And you guys might enjoy that. So I hope to see you guys there, if you even want to have anything to do with me after you heard me dunk on a bunch of College of Pharmacy students who were trying to do nothing more than just have a little bit of fun.
Have a little bit of fun. I don't think you dunked on. There was a little. It
was at the end of like an exhibition with like LeBron at a college, like at a baseball camp or basketball camp, where he's just like, all right, I let you guys, but here you go. This is what I do. It's that last dunk at the end of just like, we're just shooting around.
Yeah. It's like he still had to show you up, and I get it. Listen, hey, if you were in that production and you somehow listened to this, do write in. I want to talk to you. I want to have you on the show. Any of you that have been involved with a production of Cats in any way, I want to talk to you.
I would like to hear this as well. You. Absolutely.
Yeah. So folks, tune in, check it out, support the show and all the other shows I make, patreon.com/tvskevin. Follow me on the things at TV's Kevin Lanigan. Do listen to the other show that Vern and I do, the Puffin Publishing Podcast. Do listen to my RPG show, The Drive Action Nerds. Do watch Vern's and my web series, Doomed to You, on youtube.com. And do come back next Sunday for another dish of kibble here at PodCATS.
Jinxie cat jinx. How did we do a whole bit about cats and Meet the Parents and not bring up Jinxie Cat?
I have nipples, Greg. Can you look me?
And all at once I knew at once, I knew he needed me. Until the day I die, I won't know why, I knew he needed me. It could be fantasy, oh, or maybe it's because he needs me, 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 he needs me. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. It's like a diamond dance, I'll take a chance, I will, because he needs me. No one ever asked before, because they never needed me. But he does. Maybe it's because he's so alone. Maybe it's because he's never had a home. He needs me, 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 he needs me. For once in life, I finally felt that someone needed me. And if it turns out real, then love can
This has been a Talkback Podcast.
From the top of the literary charts,
I'm wearing the skimpiest bikini I could find, made entirely out of bonnets.
It looks like each boob is a Mennonite. I love it.
to the bottom of the bargain bin.
Hopefully, at the end, I will laugh and say, "Ree-hee-hee-hee," and will not, in fact, die like a Scooby-Doo ghost.
The Puffin Publishing Podcast shows you your favorite authors as they truly were.
Mark Twain, I'm an author. I wrote the N-word a bunch.
Every month, the Puffin Publishing Podcast brings you the very best in improvised and sketch comedy. New episodes, the first of every single month. God bless it.